So today's video is probably going to be a little bit different to what I anticipated. You'll see behind me, this is the Glentress Hotel, obviously just at Glentress. Stayed here last night, met up with my mate Greg Francis from down Sunderland way. You may recognise him from the Hampsley Forest videos I've done before. But we're here, we were going to ride the Golfie, and we probably still will. But when we're having dinner last night, we're speaking to Murray, who owns the place, and he put us in touch with Adam, who is here doing a Specialized demo day. In fact, he's been here all week, but they are demoing the new Levo SL, which, if you don't know, is a very, very revolutionary e-bike that will hopefully blur the lines and get some anti-e-bike people over to the e-bike camp. Yeah, it's a very, very pivotal bike, I reckon. And I really want to try one, so we've managed to get me on an extra large for today. There was one bike available. It is now mine. We're hoping, I think actually this coronavirus has prevented a few people from coming through, and Greg might be able to get on one as well. If not, he's going to have to go on the analogue bike. Sorry, Greg. A very sleek looking machine. Motor is significantly smaller. Battery is, almost permanently fixed in there. Apparently you can take it out if you want, but there's no need. This is the little cap for adding a range extender, which fits into the bottle. I've just taken it out because I want to ride the bike as light as possible. I've pedalled it so far without the power on, exactly like a normal bike. Obviously a little bit more weight, but no resistance. I'm going to keep it off for a wee while and just see what it's like.
Wow.
To start off with.
Yeah.
Just in the flat.
Okay.
Oh well, I'm forgetting everyone else on the e-bikes.
Yeah, sod that, mate.
On. Well, let's try it. We'll give it a go. That is brilliant. Oh, perfect. Right, initial impressions. Really, really like it. I don't feel it underpowered at all. Having said that, I had boost on my previous Levo set to 60%, and this probably isn't quite there, but the power comes in so naturally that you can get up stuff without braking traction. You know, it's a far more natural feeling power delivery than a full fat e-bike. So I was kind of worried that this wouldn't feel powerful enough, but it's just right. Just taking the edge off things. Make way for the e-bikes.
I've always wondered why those guys are going uphill. Now I know.
Yeah. I know, we could go fast and enjoy it. Thank you. Cheers. Yep. Oh, yes.
When it was in turbo on some of the steep stuff, it's a bit worried.
Not really, no.
Oh, shut up then.
It's way quieter than I thought it would be.
Okay.
I've seen a couple of videos and I think it maybe, I don't know the frequency, it just seems to pick up more, but it's...
Yeah, so, like your Gen 1 Levo,
Yeah.
that was the quietest we ever made.
Yeah, yeah.
And they had an aluminium, got an full aluminium casing. When they went to Gen 2, they had a magnesium casing, saved a few hundred grams. And then
Yeah.
people were like moaning, you know, Gen 2 Levo, oh, it's noisier than the first one.
Yeah.
And it's that thing of like, you can't have your cake and eat it, you know. People want
No.
to light a motor, you put magnesium casing on it, noise gets transmitted more.
Yeah.
But it obviously also uses a belt, which keeps it quieter.
Yep.
But inherently when you've got belt, you've got surface area, so you still get inherent drag. Even though arguably it was one of the least draggiest motors at the time.
Yeah.
So these have gone back to gears, like
So
polymer gear and aluminium gears that mesh together.
Yeah.
And they're a magnesium casing. So with gears you get more noise, with a magnesium casing it transmits more noise. But as you're going to find in a minute, when you're at 15 mile an hour on a trail, you can pedal straight through it. Like,
yep.
Very little difference between on or off with the motor. You can only achieve that really with gears.
Okay.
And so with this you've got like the firmware kind of physically disengages the motor at 15 mile an hour, so you're just pedaling
normal, yeah.
a slightly heavier normal bike. So
that's what put us off them in the past. Was I've only ever really descended on them apart from the flat bike riding up pistes.
Yeah.
And once you hit that 15 mile an hour mark, it was like battling a bike. And
yeah,
totally.
I'm looking forward to riding them where you're not.
I rode this in the car park just with it off, and I just felt like a normal bike. And that's banging, especially because if you run out of battery on a full fat bike, then you're fucked, really.
You are, mate.
Whereas in this, it wouldn't be the end of the world. This is the start of the proper climbing now. So, I mean, normally on a conventional bike, I can do this no problem. Like, but it is a bit of an effort, a bit of a slog. Not the case today, I suspect. So I'm on an extra large, if I haven't mentioned already. It's got a 480mm reach. Seat tube's quite long. Normally go for a large, but in order to get the reach figures I'm after, I've had to go XL. Especially they're pretty conservative with their sizing, to be honest. So unlike a normal demo where they'd get you set up in the bike and send you out by yourself, Specialized do it a bit different. It's essentially a guided trip, and you go part of this group, and Adam up front is here to make sure that you're happy. If you need to make any changes, he's got all the appropriate bits and pieces to do such a task. Or if you just need some advice or some help, he's there. So it means that there's less chance of you ruining your demo opportunity, which makes a lot of sense, especially if you're considering buying a bike. You want as much information as possible. Now, the fun bit. This is Ho Chi Minh. So there's one thing for sure, I'd be getting rid of these fucking SRAM brakes. I hate SRAM brakes now. They're so damn noisy. Yeah, we'll just cruise, let it flow. So apart from the brakes, bike is eerily quiet. I'll take that. At this point right here, honestly, if you just rode this and nobody told you what you're riding, you would have no idea that it's an e-bike. Not a clue. Apart from the visual cues, like feel wise, not a chance. I was worried about the Fox 34 fork in this being a bit of a flexible chassis. Thankfully on this kind of terrain here, it's not really a problem. I mean, I can see it getting out of shape when things get a bit more nasty, but this kind of stuff seems to be fine. What a trail, that's quite fun. Right, so my mate Greg was just telling me there that Adam's pretty fucking handy in a bike, so I'm gonna ride in a train. Do you know, it's so good to be out on a bunch of when we're all on e-bikes, because there's nothing worse than being the only one. This is great. Well, at least the brakes have shut up. And the bike is totally silent. Oh, just lovely. Carries a nice bit of momentum as well. I would suspect it carries more momentum than the regular bike would, due to that centralised mass. Poppy power. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a delight. Oh, I wish I'd fitted a mudguard to this. Yeah, never done this trail. Just at the bottom of Spooky Woods. I've heard about it, just haven't ridden it. Oh, delightful. Woo! Nice. Yep, again, this bike feels, you know, just like a normal bike. When you start pointing down, it actually feels like a normal bike on the way up. It's just as if you've got a bit more power. And who doesn't want to feel like they've got a bit more power? Some people might look at it as cheating. I look at it as winning. If the competition is fun, I've won. Yo! Support where you don't need it, gone when you do. Oh, I almost never get the bars back.
Oh, I've got dirt right in the middle of my right eyeball.
Oh, nice.
Oh, where's that go?
Bullseye. Or Adam's eye. Pick a line. Speeds are getting up. Oh, full enduro line. Oh. Woo. Oh man, what a bike! Nice. You do that on purpose. Nice.
Bloody hell. It's a fucking trail. You just get everything wrong.
Yeah. So unusually there is 9 bars on the display rather than 10. I guess the last one is 10%. Anyway, I'm down to 4 bars, so 40% and up, and that's quite good considering. And I've not used a range extender, which would have given me an extra 50% capacity as well. But I mean, what we're just about to complete would be a nice full day on a regular bike. And if you had the range extender, you could probably go and do another smaller loop. So yeah, for those worried about the battery capacity or lack of, I wouldn't worry, because proportionately the motor is less powerful, so actually in the real world your range is probably about the same. You'll just be using a bit more of your own energy in the process. So my conclusion at the moment is, if you are used to full fat e-bikes, you're probably going to feel this not as powerful. However, if you are on the fence about even trying an e-bike in the first place, this is absolutely the way to go, because I mean, within reason, it honestly just feels like a normal bike in every single scenario, except you're going to find things a bit easier. You're going to be able to ride the next day easier as well. You're just going to conserve energy, possibly add range. It just makes a lot of sense. But you're not going to feel it a burden on the way down, unless you're an extremely small light rider. It's just going to feel like a normal bike. I really like it. Really like it. I can't afford one. There's a problem. Oh! Oh, Donald! Always going for it. There we go. Oh, I got it as well. I mean, mine wasn't clean. Yeah. Adam comes from a BMX background, so hence the style. So do I, but from a much lesser extent. Nice. Lovely.
Good effort, man.
Did you ever go?
Oh, in case it's so rotten now, but
well, I was going to manual it and then I changed my mind at the end. And I should have just stuck with manual.
It's a big tug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got it well, mate.
Yeah, you got it, aye. Mine was just for context, like how to do it, how not to do it.
It's not your bike.
It's not my bike.
First time I tried it, I came into the backside of that second knuckle horribly.
Well, see, that's the one that I manual, and then you'll see there's just a little kick on the right, on the left, sorry, and then that can bring you round.
Into the berm.
Yeah. And you can, if you get it absolutely dialed, you can get a load of speed coming out.
Coming out the corner, okay.
Which I did not.
Well done. All happy?
Good.
Good. All right, we'll just mooch back, and then once we're back, there's you can go in the cafe, get some food on the Specialized tab, just coffees, tea, whatever you want to do.
Oh, there's a wee perk.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that's us done the demo ride, and now we're going to get a complimentary something tea on a Specialized tab in the Glentress Hotel. Cheers, buddy. Which is nice. Get your mouth full. So I hope you enjoyed that extra bonus content, or the extra bonus ride that I had. E-bikes, love them or hate them, they are here to stay. I love them. I love them. But I don't always need the full power that some of them have, and I think that Levo SL is designed for me. Like, I enjoyed it so much. Just enough to take the edge off the legs, maybe increase the range, or maybe just enough to, allow you to ride day in, day out without any problems, and that's all I'm after. And when it came to going down the way, actually, it's an incredibly playful and lively bike. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, certainly in a trail centre sort of scenario like we were in. I do feel, however, it'd probably start to find its limits quite quickly if I was to do proper tough hike bike trails and stuff like that, like I normally do on my Deviate. I don't think it would match up for that, but I think it has its purpose, and actually what it seems to be designed for is actually what most people in the United Kingdom anyway, the kind of riding that they do. I think any trail centre is going to be an absolute joy on that machine, and hopefully if you ride e-bikes and you don't like all the hate they get, this one is quite subtle and people probably won't even notice. So yeah, food for thought. I would ask what you guys think, but I don't really care, because most people don't, their opinions don't line up with mine, and they are just that, their opinions. So but love them or hate them, they're here to stay.